So, we've got Astro DJ saying you got to treat her right. It sounds very 60s, but rock and roll, not the hippie stuff. Never heard it before, but I shall dig for it and find it. Treat her right. So this card is the Empress, so we're back to the mother energy again. Abundance, birthing something new, return to happiness if it's the right way up. The Gardener, Mother Earth, grounding. Let's see what they've got to tell us. There she is. Arguments with a woman then. Mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of his children even. Stagnation. Nothing can grow in barren lands. Something's gone very stale. No growth, no abundance. And I've got that angel on my shoulder again. Pressing very hard. Kristen, I hope your shoulder's alright, love. But it is a really heavy pressure on my shoulder. Somebody leaning on my shoulder. So it's a habit they have of doing. I don't know if it's my guide or if it's somebody in spirit, but it's a reason for it. So be alert, be aware. Something comes out of the blue to astonish you. That is fantastic. 8 days. Rapid. Possible communications. But there is somebody keeping something close to the chest. Trying to get away with something. Might not be evil intent, but they are trying to get away with something. They may be trying to take credit for something you've done, or steal from you, or lie to you. 7 weeks. People pleasing. Trying to keep the peace. Trying to avoid the arguments. The collapse of some firm foundation. Well, it's not firm foundation. It was built on sand. There's no peace here. You can't brush things under the carpet forever. It will eventually fall. But so far, somebody's trying to avoid a catastrophe. Spirit is saying you have to start seeing things from a different angle. This is Pisces in Neptune energy, 16 and 12. It's with us till 2026. It's Prometheus again. I have put it on the community tab if you want to go and read his story. You may think you're doing the right thing, but you're not. You need to put your boundaries in place. You need to say no. You need to stop this limbo hanging about Round Dog Day, February the 2nd, April told me. You've got to turn your world upside down. The 4 could be important, but there is a possibility of suicide here because of all these arguments. But whatever it is, once you turn your world upside down, it seems that things will be different and much better. Because right now there's no success, there's no glory, in staying in this stagnant situation. A transformation needs to take place. You need to come out of your comfort zone. Scorpio energy now. It is shedding a skin. Something has to end. Something has to die, so something new can be born. 13. Rose, if you're watching, that's you. So, then we have enemies overcome. So even if that enemy is yourself, it will be sorted. Can't get any clearer than that. We need to turn our world upside down. We need to stop looking at things from the same viewpoints, because you cannot solve a problem with the same man that created it. So let's see. Don't be the victim. Do things out the goodness of your heart or not at all. Otherwise they breed contempt and resentment. Don't enable others to stay the same. They've got to learn their own lessons. Giving too much for ungrateful people. Because there are those who see when they're shown, and those who will never see. You can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make them drink. So it's time to find reciprocity. People who give as much as you do, so that it's on equal terms. You don't give to receive, but you don't sit there and let people walk all over you either. Yeah. There is possibly a widow, a divorcee, a nurse, a female doctor, priest or lawyer, therapy even. You need to put the ghosts of the past to rest. Sever ties, clear thinking, Aquarius energy. Aquarius's read for June was absolutely fantastic. So detachment, clear thinking. Cancer is negative. It's excuse me for coughing. I'm sorry. I know it's going on too long, isn't it? Problems with the vehicle, reversing especially, mechanical problems, speeding tickets, parking fines, ambulances, fire engines. Don't bode well, does it, with a tower like that? White or silver cars. Check yourself, girls. If you've got a little niggle, get it checked out. Don't leave it. Nip it in the bud while you can. 7 or 25. The breasts and the womb. Yeah. We've got the violent arguments again. Somebody stirring that shit pot. Somebody who wants to win at all costs. Do you want to win or do you want to be happy? Because no one wins these situations and everyone will regret it. 5 weeks. Yeah. Changes we're not going to like. It brings failure. Number 10. Fate is taking a hand. What they're doing is pushing us to our limits so that we actually take action instead of sitting there and let it all go, hoping that somebody's coming to save us. They're not. Yeah, there'll be no apology. There'll be no movement. Hell will freeze over first. So any wrongs that have been done will not be put right. It's the agriculture, the farmers. We've got to watch out for that. The military, anybody in uniform, darker complexion, the bees, Manchester, arena crowds, it is Virgo energy, so health issues, hospitals, the medical field, those with the scar on the leg, the limp and the amputation, amputees. Walk of shame. There is no shame anymore. Come out of your head. Stop overthinking it. No blame, shame game, and don't make yourself a mental prison of your own mind. Release yourself. The answer should be no. Put your boundaries in place and say no. Drink could be involved, and those born in the year of the dog. You need to find a new team because this one isn't working. The lighthouse again, Aquarius. Excuse me, let me pause you. I don't want to let you listen to that. I seriously think it is just allergies at the minute. I don't know why. It's when I have an allergy tablet, it stops. Unless there is somebody you know that's passed it was through emphysema or cancer of the throat, because them are two, I'm pretty sure it is, and they are not leaving me alone. That's the only thing I can think of, because I do get this with spirit when they're bugging me, and I'm not like this all day. When I come on camera, it starts. So the spirit are giving you the green light. It's time to move. Go. New team, new foundations, firmer foundations. Build a new tower elsewhere. 3 years of study maybe will pay off. Finally, a new business, which sounds stupid in this period of time, but if you're starting a new business, it will pay off within 3 years. Be the guiding light for others. Stand up and be counted. Put your boundaries in place and say, I'm not having it. Did I tell you what the song was? Treat her right. Sure I did. Yeah, sever ties. Cut through the bullshit, get to the point, speak your truth, and that brings success 1 week. No apologies again. Hell will freeze over first. You've no need to apologise, and those that you want to apologise will refuse to do so. So, we've got the full story now. Feeling a lack financially, emotionally, we all are feeling a lack financially. There's no two ways about it. Somebody's stolen even your nest egg. They want every piece of you. But there will be abundance and happiness will return. The mother energy, she's in her own read. This is abundance, this is growth, but you need to find a new team. May the 31st, November the 11th, massively important. The military, poppies, mother-daughter. There is always going to be that irreplaceable bond. Abundance and growth. But to grow, you sometimes have to go through pain. Defend yourself against evil. There it is again. It's a mix, this one. I'm not sure that I like it. It's because it's the tower. But it isn't. It's the hanged man. So it's sometimes very hard to tell at a glance which way is hanging. But that way is falling out of the tower. That way would be going up. So I always say this is the way it's upright, which is negative. Again, you've got to put your boundaries in place. You've got to stop sacrificing yourself for other people or just to keep the peace. You will lose everything if you do. You've got to be prepared to say no, put your boundaries in place, or you will lose everything. Number 12, Pisces in Neptune. It's time to put your foot down and say that you're not going to put up with it anymore, whatever this is. We are all at a crossroads, dark night of the soul, and we have to pick a path. And if we carry on going round in circles like we have been doing, we will keep coming back to this crossroads every time. You have to take your power back, refuse to keep repeating the mistakes of the past, and take a different path. Yeah. So, we reap what we sow. If we do not take action, we cannot blame anyone else for what happens. And spirit will make you suffer. You will have to sacrifice many things if you refuse to see where you've gone wrong. It's time to stop comparing yourself to others. Stop thinking you're unworthy. But most of all, stop being ungrateful, because they will take more from you if you do. Your cup is not half empty or half full. It's refillable by you. And you have to draw a line in the sand now and say, what's gone is gone. We go from here. We don't give up, and we carry on. Because somebody, and we've got 4 sevens. 777. Somebody has been getting away with something for far too long, while our attention was elsewhere. And globally, they are bringing us so many things to distract us from what's really going on. And we have to be so quick, and we have to catch everything. Don't put up with it. Put your boundaries in place. In a personal situation, don't let people walk all over you. You have to be able to grow. You cannot be stifled and stagnate, or what's left is a coffin. So there it is, Aquarius. Aquarius is do know. If you've got time, check out Aquarius Monthly, because they do know. Aquarius is very quiet. They keep things to themselves, but they're no fool. And they will lead if they're not in denial. Coming into Aquarius when we leave Pisces and Neptune, I believe. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what we're waiting for. This is wishes and dreams coming true, but only if you face the chaos head on. Number 17. The best way to predict your future is to invent it yourself. Don't let others tell you how it's going to be. The name Alan and Kay could be important. You must expect to be tested and shown waves of the future. Ruled by the planet of sudden insight. There it is. Sudden insight. Clarity. Uranus. But in earlier times, Saturn. So the truth and rebellion. Aquarius tends to have natural aptitude for genius. Even those that are not geniuses are able to collect facts and knowledge far beyond the scope of those of other signs. Because of their vast intelligence, it does not take Aquarians long to see that they are superior in intellect to most people. They will dig and dig and dig until they get to the root of something. This gives them a certain disdain over anything they view as common or ordinary. As seers into the future, Aquarians are ahead of the game and have accurate visions of the way things will be. This is why the sign of Aquarius rules science fiction and anything brand new, which is what we're dealing with. In reality, Aquarians see waves of the future the way the rest of us cannot. Aquarians can be very stubborn in their views, and that's what we need. Even when those views appear to be off the wall to others, they will fight long and hard for you to have the freedom and stay weird. And for them to have the freedom, and stay weird. And they will fight for the rest of us to stay weird as well. And that's what we should be doing. Whatever is taboo or outlandish or greatly appeals to them, if only in the imagination. So oftentimes they are artists, inventors, and speculative writers. As an air sign, they are primarily mental and unemotional. They can be great humanitarians, but not very practical. Inside every Aquarian, no matter how attractive or glamorous, lives a geek, the type who wants to escape the mundane world and enter the realms of fantasy, of graphic novels, appointment games, and role-playing. At the same time, they can be rational and tend not to get caught up in other people's dramas or emotional dramas there. Aquarians are more interested in friendship over romantic relationships. In fact, Aquarians are at first friends before being lovers. Unless, of course, you insult them by disagreeing with their far-fetched ideas. So they could be classed as conspiracy theorists. Then your history. Aquarians are very attracted to people of other ethnicities, races, and if they decide to couple up with someone, it's generally a person who does not come from the same background, or perhaps even the opposite gender. Through all relationships, Aquarians will develop and grow, which is what Spirit wants you to do. often as some kind of artist. Yet there is always a disconnected quality to Aquarius. You must stay detached. Don't let your emotions get the better of you. They are noticeably peculiar, and in this they pride themselves. If Aquarian card presents itself in a reading, you can be assured that friends and friendly alliances are about to help you achieve your goals. So network. It is possible you are to meet a group of people or become involved in an organisation that will support you in an unusual plan or idea. New beginning. It may be like a family group, but the emphasis will be placed primarily on the ideas of the crowd. If so, you can consider yourself the idealistic Pied Piper in front of the group. What did I say about crowds? Marches, arenas, get-togethers. You may find yourself dealing with persons from exotic or dissimilar backgrounds, those of a different ethnicity or culture than yours, from which you will learn greatly. Transgender people and cross-dressing may possibly mean something in your world right now, and I don't mean the extremists, I mean the genuine people who are fighting alongside us against whatever evil is coming out into this world. You will acquire different concepts and approaches through these dealings, which are changing you. In the coming months, travelling to faraway places, exotic places, is likely to factor in. Mastering new technology, dealing with futuristic concepts will be of benefit to you. Whatever you accomplish in the near future will be based on how well you master the new ideas and research and the approach. Science fiction or fantasy may become subject of an art form to you. So AI, I don't like that either. But you need to find out about the enemy. Another meaning behind this card is the meeting of cutting-edge people, those who challenge what you believe to be true or established, though it may not be. Many times these people will be artists. With the card choice, you're likely to be mastering something new and untried, which will lead you to great awareness and success, perhaps even fame. Eccentricity, surprises, which is what we started with. Standing alone, even if you have to stand alone against evil, do so. The future, technology, outer space and mastery. Absolutely fantastic. And the fawn, number 3. My God, well done, Spirit. New beginnings and a willingness to grab every opportunity that comes your way. Absolutely beautiful. Well done, Spirit. Fawn was the first being I encountered when entering the world of the Fae, and became the first to be put onto paper. She welcomed me with open arms. The tricycle in the circle is believed to represent the important energies forever in motion. So we have to progress. To some extent, we have to move forward, but it needs to be on our terms, not theirs. And completion. Everything is a never-ending cycle, a flow into one another. History will repeat itself. Whether there is no start or finish, it just is. Fawn represents the welcome, new beginnings, of new ways of thinking, a new way of being, and a new way of seeing life. Many worlds coexist within our own, and many beings reside there waiting to help us if we ask. We must allow ourselves to welcome new opportunities and to keep our minds open to new things, even if it pushes our boundaries of our logic. But we must keep our boundaries in place. We must learn to apply this way of truly seeing when approaching anything new. So those who see what they're shown, and those who will never see. For us to fully allow growth on any level, whether that be emotional, spiritual or mental. What do you say? Entering into anything new can be overwhelming and stressful, even traumatic. However, the more we learn to understand things from a different viewpoint, which is what I said, or even just to allow without understanding at all, the more we allow the change to happen. Change will happen, whether we like it or not, but it always has the same outcome. It shifts us into a different place where we have the opportunity to learn and grow. We cannot control what happens to us, but we can control our reaction to it. We either embrace it and accept it fully, or we resist. The decision is always yours, but know this, even when you do not know what is on the other side, there is always the possibility of it being a positive experience. So don't doubt your capabilities of navigating your way through. Be willing to accept change and a new way of being, learning and accepting. This is where the biggest opportunities are hidden. And in the words of Johnny Depp, I'll see you on the other side of the rapids. So Um, Cancer energy, like I said, home and family life. Cancer energy again, so Cancer 3 times, 7 and 25. There is issues there. Check yourself, girls. Womb, breasts. Be careful when driving. It's karma. No two ways about it. So Cancers, looks like we're going to go through it more than most. It's about your environment. It's about the stomach, the breast, the home, the ancestral line, the colour red, home, parents, childhood, inherited patterns, family environment, upbringing, and the womb, so possible pregnancy. So we've got karma, and it is the North Node, so it brings with it rewards. It's fate. The path of nurture. The soul is learning to nurture and care about itself and those around it. So look after yourself and others as much as you can. Look out for everybody. Watch out for everybody. We've got to take care of ourselves. Standing up to oppression. North Node in the 4th house. The task is parenting beyond the immediate family to nurture in the widest possible way. Karma is met through family or previous interactions with family can be harnessed towards your soul's growth. So you are growing as a person, as a soul. It may be that you're suddenly becoming a mother. It may be that you're suddenly becoming a grandmother. But either way, you now see glimpses of the future and how it's going to be. And whether we like it or not, we have got to fight for the future we want for our children. So, let's do this. Yep, new beginnings. You can't make it up. Life is a series of cycles. A time of rebirth is indicated for you. This may mean a new phase in relationships, the germination of fresh ideas, and the development of qualities in you like laughter, light, or hope. It may herald a total change. Do not be afraid to let go of the familiar, for the new cannot enter till the old is outworn, has departed. Your angel guidance is to accept the new, for it will be welcome when it arrives. Birth is a vulnerable time. The fragile life force needs to be protected and nurtured within you. Ask the angels to guide you through these new beginnings in your life safely to maturity. Welcome, nurture the new in your life. New does not mean bad. It's just that you have to take back control of your life. So make the new beginning the way you want it to be. But don't expect others to come along for the ride. And finally, I think we've got enough time. Yeah. Astara. New beginnings. Spring. Growth. Rebirth. Transformations. Look for the red eggs. So it's about creativity, fertility, youthfulness, children, young people, group activities, springtime in your heart. The fertile egg. So some of you may be conceiving. Astara brings the healing gift of creativity. She resurrects that which you thought was dead in your life. Those talents, abilities, skills which you had almost forgotten start to bloom again. After winter comes spring. Astara is a spring goddess. You may find yourself playing, experimenting, and having fun. You can heal your wounded creativity by allowing yourself space and kindness. It's time to make contact with like-minded others. Astara particularly helps mothers and protects children. She blesses your womb with health and brings you luck. If you draw this card, you can look forward to feeling youthful and optimistic again. So, finally, absolutely beautiful read. There's no two ways about it. I want to get this last one out. Well done, Spirit. You, growth, abundance, happiness will return. A new day is dawning. So stop worrying. We're on our way. Just got to put those boundaries in place. And there it is. We are here to teach, and that's exactly what Aquarius got. Inspire others and let nature be your greatest teacher. Be the lighthouse for those who are frightened. Show them the way. Show them how it's done. Thanks for listening. Speak soon. Love and light. Bye.